Hello, I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today, we'll be... What the hell?
Reviewer, Mr. 8, get in the ship, hurry!
What? Why?
No time to explain, it's a dire emergency.
Yep, okay. So, what's this emergency?
Oh, right. The emergency that was super important that you know what? Forget it. We're in hyperspace now. You're not going anywhere. I just grabbed you so you could review the first resistance.
Dare I ask what that is?
It's our Star Wars D&D campaign.
Oh, god damn it. You guys, we're not RPG review. Wait, did you say a Star Wars D&D campaign?
Yep.
Why not use Fantasy Flight's system? Hell, if this game is about the early days of the Resistance, Edge of the Empire would be ideal.
The system doesn't really work in a Jedi's favor with how you can, push your rolls, but then that's, going into the dark side. It's just kind of a load of crap. Also, the dice are dumb with symbols instead of numbers. Honestly, they should have just made it a D10 system like World of Darkness.
Alright, you've intrigued me, but as soon as we get out of hyperspace, you're turning the ship around. Chasing the stars, we'll stride into the dawn. Never back down till the battle is won. Face each foe with hearts brave and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you. Star Wars tabletop RPGs are almost as old as the franchise itself. From West End Games System in 1987 to today with Fantasy Flight's game. Now, the aforementioned Edge of the Empire is the only game I personally have any experience with, but... yeah, to build on what Brooks said up in the cockpit, I feel like the big problem the game suffers from is that it feels so desperate to be different from games like D&D that the dice system turns out a bit of a mess. So it's no surprise that fans put together some homebrew content, including the system used in today's campaign, Star Wars 5e. This module is basically a full recreation of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Player's Handbook, just edited to feature Star Wars species, classes, and powers. So this review is going to try to be more or less just as much a review of that system as a review of the campaign itself. Without any further ado, let's get started.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. It is a time of unprecedented peace.
Something's missing.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
That's it. Though, to be fair, that might have been a little too DMCA-y. Anyway, the narration supplied by DM Justin here serves to set up the time frame this campaign takes place in. 5 years following the events of Revenge of the Sith. What's kind of fun about it, though, is that it glorifies the actions of Palpatine in Order 66. It's like if the opening text crawl was written by the Empire.
Helmed by the great and mighty and benevolent Emperor Palpatine.
Though I will admit, I don't know how I feel about Justin not being able to keep a straight face while spouting this propaganda.
This day being the second day of Ascension Week. In 4 days, 4 standard days, right? That's how weeks work. No. 5. Yes, in 5 days.
Star Wars only has 5 days in a week?
But we are not anywhere near the Imperial Palace. We are thousands of feet below, at level 1000 of the Coruscanti Undercity. Level 1K, as the locals call it. Just high enough that you can only barely smell the dumping grounds at the bottom, which is a pleasant lie that the locals tell themselves.
I'm confused. Is this Coruscant or Midgar?
And I believe this will start here in the evening. It is definitely well past normal working hours, even though the sun never reaches down here in level 1000.
God, I hope they make it to Tatooine, where they go from having no sun to having 3.
We are at a cantina, a drinking and entertainment venue known as Click.
spilled some hot, tasty juice for you.
Me? Damn it, Lucas, this is why you have to think longer than 2 seconds about your made-up terminology. Shut up.
The song actually playing inside is a little bit more of a slow jizz.
Enough!
I don't think I've regretted a sentence more the moment it came out of my mouth.
I swear to God, I will throw you out into the cold silence of space if you don't knock it off!
Inside is a long bar facing one end, some small round tables all throughout the middle of the space.
You know, I'm just realizing this game has the tried and true method of starting the campaign in a tavern.
Currently occupied by a young female Twi'lek. She is green-skinned with little blue, I'll use a human word, they look like freckles.
You think that's how Galaxy's Edge cast members have to go about explaining things to tourists?
The owner, Dex, is serving drinks. He likes to do his own work. He's a simple man, a simple Ithorian. And for those unaware, the Ithorians are the hammer-headed ones.
On behalf of all us plebs who know little to nothing about Star Wars terminology, I thank you.
He's a little small for an Ithorian. Ithorians come pretty large.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
We'll start with Ben.
Kenobi?
He's wearing standard armor that you would see on any kind of smuggler or thug down here in Coruscant.
So, no standardization at all.
She is a very large woman. Human. Easily a little... Oh, I think she's about, like, 6'3".
Heaton, I know you're listening. Why must you do this to me?
Broad-shouldered, very visibly muscular. She's a huge, like, Captain America shield.
Captain Carter, got it.
Oh yeah, and she's in full blue Mandalorian armor. The only thing is she does not wear a helmet.
So a non-practicing Mandalorian. Or at least a disgraced one.
Well, Cal Sheen is a Nautilin.
You know, I was ready to complain about how the character portraits might need to literally point out who's who, but I realized that the players' descriptions are more than enough. Also, if the Fishman isn't the Nautilin, then I have no idea what words mean.
Because I will remind you, a very, we'll say taxing anniversary is coming up.
That's true.
Yeah! Taxing! That's the word we want to use.
So, I'm vibing. I'm playing a blue-skinned, blue stripes Togruta.
Again, for us plebs, the blue Ahsoka.
Lemon goes...
Look, I know you like Fan Tall, but I'm not gonna break the rules again.
And surprising literally no one, the mouse droid is already the best character.
The dancer on stage, whom I will make note, Dex said, Dex told you both to watch out for her, not keep an eye on her. He apparently doesn't want anything happening to her.
Calling it now, she's going to be a very important character later.
Both bouncers make a this will be a retroactive perception check for me.
Not really sure that it needs to be retroactive. If they noticed something wonky before, why did they wait to do anything about it?
Kicks with that, you just barely notice in time that when the Paladuvin entered, she's good at this. She still walked past. There was no like pause in her body language, but she totally like gave a good size up to the Mandalorian standing at the door as if confused, but then continued to walk, and that's when she found her seat.
I assume confused about the lack of helmet? Me.
Can I? I'm gonna look over this paladin.
What's a paladin?
Not turning my head so much, just kind of watching her with my eyes, kind of making sure that like I don't make it obvious that I'm kind of sizing her up myself.
Oh, so you're the requisite bar creepy guy.
Still nursing that drink, but you can tell by the way she moves her head back and forth that she is doing nearly exactly what you're doing in these moments, taking a look around at random intervals.
It's like watching a pair of wallflowers on prom night.
I mean, I'm still just kind of hanging out. I don't want to...
We're kind of waiting for the plot to happen.
Yeah, same! I give you credit that the setup is very detailed, you've really painted an intricate picture here, but can we get on with it?
Yes, get on with it!
Ithorians can't speak Basic. They don't have voice boxes and tongues like we do.
I get that Basic is just this game's, quite frankly, unnecessary in my opinion, replacement for Common, but I can't help but think that they're talking about coding language.
Let me think of a fake name.
He says out loud.
The importance of clarifying out of character. A particularly dickish DM will take advantage of that.
My name is John Star Seeker. Star Looker.
Who?
Hammertown's where I'm from, you know.
Oh.
The capital of Ithoria.
This is the lore now.
No, that's real.
Oh, fuck.
I'm quoting lore. Yes, I wish I was kidding.
Mom, make Dad tell the story right. That's what really happened.
What do you do?
Well, for lack of a better term, I suppose it's compost work.
It's a shitty job, but somebody's gotta do it.
It's Ash, right?
Yep.
You settled on Ash and not Ace?
Yeah,
Okay, Ash doing.
Ashakai.
You know, if I had a nickel for every D&D campaign we reviewed with a player character named Ash, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
And actually, he makes a little beep sound, and it appears to startle her, and she unholsters a blaster and points it at him.
Oh, no.
Question is, who shoots first?
Sorry!
We're gonna die out here.
Yeah,
Wait, so now
Yeah.
Lemmy's getting himself into trouble?
yeah, he's gotten himself into trouble.
No, get back here!
Hold up. Let him cook.
You can't be getting your nose into other people's business.
But it's the only way I can get you to meet people.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Are you watching or are you watching?
Well, I can't. She just. You see her just turn around and she's like, my back is to the inside. I'm watching as best as I can be watching.
Can this marriage be saved?
And it's not a good creature. It's like, hold on, let me triple check. This word came to my head. I'm pretty sure this is in Star Wars. Hold on.
Shouldn't you have checked that before starting the session? Anyway, something finally happens when some French asshole and his entourage enter the bar, demanding money from the owner. The 2 merc bodyguards try to de-escalate, but the pompous windbag that I can only assume is an up-and-coming crime lord won't take no for an answer.
Listen, I tried to be polite, and he's gonna
Just
pull
Trump.
out his blaster and put it to his buddy's head, to the back of his head.
Kill him, he's not our man.
And thus combat begins. Honestly, half the characters don't play too differently from the normal D&D set, though what's interesting are the 2 non-humans. Basically, in this setting, the homebrew creators decided that the best way to incorporate force powers is have them replace traditional spells. While it does give a more clear indicator of successful casting and a limitation on how often you can use it via spell slots, I will admit I prefer the more freedom of what the force can do that Edge of the Empire can give you. But that's only half the equation, as also replacing traditional spells is various pieces of tech. Not sure how I feel about that. On the one hand, I feel like the Force could be contextualized to do anything magic can do, but on the other, it allows players to play spellcasting classes without having to be a Jedi. Also, I gotta highlight this.
She's gonna pop her neck, and she's gonna go, you have until I turn around to be gone.
Help. As the cowards run, Cal here heals Nyx's battle wounds using the Force. This does not go unnoticed.
I am going to walk over to Ash very silently, may the Force be with you, and then leave.
Okay, he says earlier that he wants to be left alone, but come on! That was an invitation for questioning! Fortunately for the plot, once Nyx realizes that Cal is a Jedi, he feels compelled to follow. I guess it has something to do with him being a clone soldier. It's something he can't control. And for various reasons of curiosity, Ash and Rey follow suit. Gotta say, that's an interesting way to get the party together. And interesting is how I would describe this game so far. Not gonna lie, it was a very slow burn to get to anything actually interesting. There is such a thing as too much setup. However, the characters are fun, and I am intrigued to see where this all goes. Didn't get to see much of the system compared to normal D&D or Edge of Empire, but it made me interested in trying it myself. If you're even just a mild fan of Star Wars, I would suggest checking this out.
we've arrived at our destination. Thank you for flying with us today.